Hey everybody, KC here. So a morning newsbeat reader sent me a copy of a CNBC story that was a profile of a fellow named Paul Hendel. And Paul Hendel is the owner of 31 McDonald's locations in Long Island, Brooklyn, Manhattan, including the big one they have in Times Square. Now, he didn't plan on McDonald's being his forever job. When he joined the company back in the 70s, he was on Long Island, he was a teenager, and he got a job working there for $1.85 an hour. His goal was to just work there, make a little bit of money, put some money aside, and eventually go to college on Long Island and follow in his father's footsteps and go to Wall Street. But there were a few things in this story that really stood out to me. One was how his bosses at that McDonald's sort of recognized the fact that he was really, really good at his job, and they rewarded his dedication and his passion. He became the go-to guy at the McDonald's where he worked. And when he was ready to quit because he was going to go off to college, the boss came to him and said, hey, listen, we really need an assistant manager at this other location we have. I'd love to give you that promotion. And Hendel, he said, well, I could make a little bit of extra money. It'll go towards my tuition. I'll do that. And assistant manager sounded like a pretty good gig for somebody that age. Then he was promoted to general manager at that store because he was that good. And then when he graduated from college and was getting ready to think about Wall Street, well, the owner of the store came to him and said, you know something? What I'd really like to do is I'd like you to make the general manager of 5 different locations. And it comes with a big raise and a car. So, okay. So then Paul Hendel goes to his father. And he says, we're out to dinner. And I mentioned the offer. And my dad's first question, I'll never forget it, was, do you like what you do? And I said, yeah, I really love it. And he goes, do you think you're good at it? He goes, well, I just got a promotion. And then the father said to him this, Paul, if that's what you like to do and you're good at it, stick with it, because I'm not crazy about my job or commuting into Manhattan every day. And Paul Hendel says that's when he realized that work isn't just about getting a paycheck. It's about doing what he loves. And he still loves what he does, which is really, really great. It's great advice he got. And I suspect he continues to give that advice to other people. But I really love what his bosses did for him at McDonald's, right? They recognized they had somebody with talent and passion, and they did what they needed to do to keep him. A lot of bosses in that situation wouldn't do that. They'd figure, oh, it's McDonald's, we'll get somebody else, it'll be kind of cheaper. Listen, nobody's indispensable, but some people are a lot harder to replace than others. And here's the question I would ask you. In your organization, are you doing what you need to do, what you can do to keep really, really good people, even though they may have their eyes on other prizes? Are you focusing on them and letting them know how much you want to keep them, however you have to do it? Now, listen, Hendel's adult children, they're now in the business, and he's contemplating slowing down a little bit, but he doesn't really want to retire. After all, as he says, is it really working as long as you're doing something you love to do? Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.